Well, we went down there, had a couple of kids that are kind of right on the bubble, our sprint relay and one of our throwers as far as getting into the national meet. So I just wanted to give them an opportunity to try to better their mark. We had changing our order up a little bit on their sprint relay and really wanting to get a race under our belt with that before going into the conference championships and doing it. So it worked out good from the standpoint with sprint relay. We had an opportunity to see those guys work together, and it wasn't our fastest time of the year, but I think that group can run our fastest time of the year. So hopefully that'll happen at the conference championship this weekend. Sean Reagan, he's kind of on the bubble in the discus and the shot and been throwing well. So we just kind of went down there to see if he could better his mark. And then Jacob McDonald went through. He's automatic in the javelin already, but was coming off a weekend where he didn't feel real confident about it. So it was one of those mental games that we're playing, trying to get him an opportunity to get his confidence back up. And he did that, had a great series of throws, and so he's feeling good going to the championship. So, I mean, all in all, it was productive, even though we didn't see any new marks out of it. Well, for our sakes, I mean, we've been going hard at it since September, so there's not really a whole lot we can do now that'll make a difference physically, really, between now and this weekend. But what we want to do is today will pretty much be a normal day, try to kind of stay in a routine, and we'll do a little bit of fine-tuning tomorrow. And then the main thing we want to do is we want to rest and let our legs get underneath us. It's been a long year. It's been a hectic year on some of the kids, and they've got finals and things coming up. And so the main thing I told the kids last week, one of the things that I promised them is that we will get to the conference meet, and we'll be rested and be ready to go. So really, today and tomorrow, kind of really fine-tuning, and then rest up, ready to race and compete on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
On the women's side, they're going for their fourth straight.
Yep.
Now on the men's side, what do you expect, I guess? Let's talk about both sides. What do you expect for the women and then the men?
Well, on the women's side, obviously, we're going to try to win a fourth straight conference championship and our sixth overall. And it's going to be a battle. The Abilene Christian is our biggest, I think, opponent right now. I would probably give them a little bit of an edge right now going into the meet on paper. But I tell the kids that's why we run the meet. WT has got a much stronger squad this year, and Kingsville's got a few kids sprinkled in here and there on the women's side. So I think it's going to be a very interesting conference meet. I think it's going to be it's going to come down to probably single digits, I think. I really do, in looking at it on paper. If it doesn't, I'll be surprised. We're going to have an extremely good meet and hope for a little bit of break here and there. Some of our better kids are going to have to come through big. But that's what we're in the business for, is to get out there and compete and make it interesting. And I would probably be sleeping a little bit better if on paper we had about a 40-point advantage, but we don't. But I know this, we're ready. We will be ready physically, and hopefully the kids have gotten themselves ready mentally. And one thing about it, I tell the kids, we're still the conference conference champions until somebody beats us. So we're going to go into it not cocky, obviously, but going into it, understand that we've been in this situation before. So hopefully we'll be able to come out there with another championship. On the men's side, it's going to be a three-team race. I think I've mentioned this before. Probably A&M Kingsville has the edge on paper. They're extremely deep this year and have some good quality too. And it could come down to a real battle between us and Abilene for the second spot if Kingsville moves away with it like they should on paper. But our guys, the good thing about it is it's probably first through third are separated maybe by less than 20 points, and that's not much in track and field. And so I think the guys seeing on paper that they have an opportunity to really, we could finish first as well as we could finish third, and hopefully seeing that will kind of encourage them and excite them and get them to the point where we'll be talking about having a double championship hopefully between the men and the women.